Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dirty birds, dirty birds. It's hump day, y'all. It's hump day. And you know what that means. We get some of that wicked Wednesday sports tea. And y'all know who this is. OG your boy, OG Big Sam, the historian, showstopper, alongside my favorite co-host, the resident O lineman. Yes,
What's
yes.
happening?
What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? We're gonna get into a couple of things, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna take a look inside of the, once again, another, episode of coaching the quarterback. We're gonna look in, saying inside, what this team is really about. Some people seem to have a misconception. We're supposed to be some version of, the greatest show on turf, and we are far from that. Um, this team, this Falcons offense, if you will, is dirty, gritty. We are run first, run oriented, run ballots. You know what I'm saying? And it seemed to rub people the wrong way that our style of play is what it is. Um, we are designed to run the ball. We take a shot here and there, but we're this offense is designed to eat clock, shorten the game, you know what I'm saying, take possessions away, you know what I'm saying, from the other team. And the best way to do that is strategically running the ball. You know what I'm saying? You move the chains enough, put some points up on the board, and when it gets down in the fourth quarter, what do you do? What do you do? You run the ball, you grind it out. You know what I'm saying? And in that mix, hopefully your defense, it does some things like our defense did, on Sunday. You know what I mean? Force a multitude of points. You know what I'm saying? A few turnovers. Get some QB hits. In a second. I was forced 5 points. You know what I'm saying? A forced fumble and recovery, a pick six, and a sack. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they kept putting the ball in the offense's hand, and our offense. We did what it was to do. We ate clock. We pretty much shoved the damn ball right down their throat and was relatively physical with that thing, was relatively physical with that thing. You know what I'm saying? Now, on both sides of the ball, matter of fact, you know what I'm saying? Not just the O, you know what I'm saying? The defense special team too. You know. But let me jump on over here and say hello to some of our usual suspects. What up, Sherman Woods in the house. Tev, what's happening? Good to see you. Hey, Sonya. Ghost Peppers, what's
What's up,
happening?
guys?
What's happening? You know. Um, but speaking, of of our quarterback, you know what I'm saying? Um, would you say that time on the sideline, it helped him out, being able to look at the game from a different perspective from the sideline those couple of weeks?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Kind of it humbled him a little bit.
Uh-huh. I mean, from what I saw Sunday, he was deliberate, he was decisive. You know what I mean? Um, he showed off his legs. He made a few, what I'm saying, real good throws. Into the that interception at the goal line.
Hmm.
Um, that was that was on Robinson because he pulled up on that route that he was running.
Yep,
He pulled up
sure.
on that route. You know what I'm saying?
Real slow.
Right. Now, this is what I've been saying for most of the season about our skilled players and their route running and their aggressiveness, attacking routes and attacking the ball and it being thrown. If you look at the replay on that, I mean, on the cut, it was like, Honey must have, put on the brakes. He put on the brakes. Now the other the other interception is what I'm going to say about that is that throw, you know what I'm saying, and with any connection with any of his receivers is only going to get better with time because that was on some timing type, you know what I'm saying, thing. And then also as a skill player, you have to recognize, all right, how a guy's playing you and whether you have to, come back to the ball, make your moves sooner, you know what I mean? And also the quarterback has to recognize what the defensive player is doing as well. I kind of put that on the both of them in recognizing the situation, on the throw and on the ability to make that catch. But for the most part, what I saw Sunday, I saw where teams going down the stretch against us are going to have to make some business decisions. That's what I saw.
What do you mean by that, Samuel?
When you exert a certain type of physicality, when you, especially your offense, our offensive unit, they were bullies on Sunday. They were bullies. He had Brian Balding out here doing his usual breakdown, sounding like he was about to cry, talking about our offensive line. I'm just saying. What's your boy name? Cam Jordan.
Oh, Spam Jordan. Oh,
he wiggled himself off the field onto the sideline. If as a defensive player, when you get waffled, pancaked, flipped, spatula, 8, 9 times, over the course of 3 quarters, you make a business decision to get off the field too. Wasn't nothing wrong with his ankle. With that fake nail, wasn't nothing wrong with his ankle. It was more so his butt and his back, because he spent a lot of time on his butt and his back.
It was this, man. Something was wrong with this.
Yeah, hey, I try not to. I try not to put the yellow streak down. Any man's back. But I'm just, when you get handled the way he got handled, I think the business decision to get to the sideline and sit in the tent for the rest of the game. I'm just saying.
That's him.
I'm just saying.
You know the saying. If it walk like a duck and it quack like a duck,
it's a damn duck.
Half flat.
Right. And see this right here. This the 3-headed monster plan. And I think it was the plan all along to have CP fresh down the stretch.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was already going to be ugly, as it were, to having Tyler, in the run game, saying to close it out. But you got the both of them. You got 2 closers, and some linebackers and safeties are going to have to make some business decisions. When you got 227 and 235, 237 coming at you downhill, I just mm-mm.
Can't do it.
Coach, you have people, coach, I want to come out. I want to
Love,
come out. Yeah, yeah.
love,
hmm Um,
take me out the game, coach.
which also reads into, what I'm saying, um, people trying to, make out, all this noise about the amount of times we throw the ball to Cal and, all this. Look, we are a run first, run heavy, run balance team. Old school.
I'm gonna say
Old
something on that.
school.
You get that.
Old school. Okay. And this is how we're gonna win games, ladies and gentlemen. This is how we're gonna win games. This is how we're gonna win games. We're gonna be able to take our shots, true enough, but for the most part, it's gonna be, punch you in the mouth, what I'm saying, punch in the gut, what I'm saying, give you a couple of kidney shots, in sternum, in your gut, and then in the fourth quarter, you making, what I'm saying, career choices. I'm just saying, it may look. I'm gonna say this one more time. One more time. This Falcons offense is dirty, is gritty. And as much as y'all would like to put mascara, eyeliner, and lipstick on the pig, she's still gonna be muddy, shitty, and a pig.
Still Miss Pig.
Okay. So a lot of y'all really need to get on over it. You're not finna get no Greatest Show on Turf type activity. Okay. You're gonna get bone jarring, dirty, what I'm saying, lunch pail, lunch bucket type of football. You know what I'm saying? And you're just gonna have to understand that this is how we're gonna win games. And look, one of the oldest and truest sayings, especially when it comes to playoff ball, run game and a hard-nosed defense will travel.
Yep.
You can't change that. Get at him, man.
Look, let me, because I want to get this misconception out there. I'm not. We're not saying that we don't want Kyle Pitts to get the ball. That's not what we're saying because we spent a first round pick on this nigga. But what we're saying is, if you only throw the ball not even 30 times, what do you expect? If you're throwing the ball under 30 times and you're running the ball over 40 times, of course, some of your playmakers are not going to get the ball. That's just math. So what? Did we or did we not win the fucking game? That is the question. If we won the game, why are we still belly aching over spilled milk?
And the milk wasn't even spilled, actually.
It wasn't.
It really wasn't.
Spilled milk. Like, what are we complaining about? We won the game.
They want style points.
Oh, you know what? I know what this is. You're not fooling me. You guys are mad because they hurt your fantasy points. I got it.
What? Don't do them like that. Don't do them like that. Don't do them like that. Don't call them into the middle of the road like that. Don't do them like that. Because then you have to let them know that their emotions have nothing to do with X's and O's. And neither does your fantasy fold.
Oh, you don't say.
Because fantasy numbers are not going to win us games.
So Sam, You mean to tell me that I'm not entitled to my feelings? Is that what you're saying?
You saw Cam Jordan took him and his feelings off the field. I'm just saying. You know, y'all out here wanting style points and fantasy points, and none of that wins games. Running the ball, taking time off the clock, shortening the game, taking the possessions away from the other team, that wins games.
Bingo.
Stiff defense and a solid run game wins games. An extreme amount of physicality in that run game wins games. You know, and with that, in understanding, you know, nothing really changed about the play calling.
Nope.
It was the same play calling. We just executed.
Oh,
we executed.
Damn.
Guys made catches. Guys ran the ball. Guys blocked.
Sam,
you know, that's what happened.
How dare you? I thought we talked about this weeks ago. There was nothing wrong with the play calling. Nothing. But I could have sworn that we highlighted this a month ago.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
Okay, you could call the perfect play, but if you don't execute, the whole play looks like shit. Even the person that comes up with the play, they look like shit.
Yeah. A play call only becomes a bad call when it's not executed. Plain and simple. Plain and simple.
So, yeah. As soon as we start executing, we won fuck game. Hallelujah. I never. Oh my
goodness. Bobby boy, what's happening? ATL Leo, what's going on? Thanks for joining me. Southside, yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he left with 4 minutes on the clock, bro.
And he went and sat inside the green tent for the rest of the game. He didn't even come back on the sideline on the bench. He stayed inside the tent. Yeah. Yeah. See, I mean, you know, it's like I said last night. You rather be a complainer than a celebrator. We kicked our number one rival in the teeth. In the teeth. You understand me? And y'all out here complaining about who didn't get enough targets, you know what I'm saying, in the past game or you know, and things of that nature. Not everybody's gonna touch the ball, you know what I'm saying, 10, 15 times. Not every receiver, or tight end, or running back is gonna get targeted 10, 15, 20 times. When you are running the ball and eating clock and shortening the game, let me say that again. When you are running the ball, eating clock, and shortening the game for the other team, you're going to have 4 quarters like we had, closing the way we closed. Because when you beat up on a defense long enough, and you know, and you have him always in reverse. Come on now. It's not rocket science, people.
Nope.
It's not rocket science. What up, Lenore?
I got a question for you, Sam.
What's that?
How many times did we settle for a field goal in this game?
I think we kicked one. We kicked one field goal. We kicked one field goal.
Isn't that due to execution too? I mean, I just gonna throw that out there. I mean,
yeah. It is. It is. It is. Yeah. Damn, it feel good to be number one, Ghost Peppers.
It sure do. I'm still feeling high.
Mm-hmm. Now, Mr. Knight, what's happening? Good to see you, sir. Good, always good to see you. I'm gonna point out something else that I pointed out the other night, just to reiterate, because a lot of people still out here, they're out here running mock drafts and talking about what quarterback gonna be available, and looking for coach movement at the end of the season. We're one of two teams that are undefeated in their division. Us and then Philadelphia being the other. We're 3-0 in the NFC South. And all three of those wins have come with the man y'all love to hate under center. I would have did an Ice Cube impression, but I'm gonna try to keep it politically correct. You know what I'm saying? But the ninja you love to hate, has been up under center in all three divisional wins. But that hasn't been nobody's trending topic this week. No, y'all out here talking about the kid from Washington playing quarterback for the Huskies. Y'all out here talking about Derek May. You know what I'm saying? You're out here talking about Shedeur Sanders. You know what I'm saying? Instead of getting your butts in the seat and supporting the guy that's trying to, do the right thing for this team and get us wins and learn his position and get better and, and move forward. You know what I mean? Y'all out here trying to end his career before it even gets started. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Saint said, I think Ritter getting bench helped. Yeah, I spoke on that, you know what I'm saying, previously. Yeah, it did. For him being able to see the game, for him to be able to see the game from the sidelines and you know what I'm saying, and see, from a different perspective. Because, in the game, he was decisive. You know what I mean? If one read one there, we went to another one, and then with neither one of those, either one of his reads went there, what'd he do? Yeah. Out the back door he went.
Straight up field.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's simple. It is simple football mathematics at this point.
Simple.
People are, sitting here moving the goalposts to be mad, to want to continue to be negative, they want to continue to try to push a narrative when the Falcons just took control of their own destiny. The Dirty Birds took control of their own destiny. They took control of what they control, and that's playing their games.
Yep.
First place in the division, 4th seed in the conference. Okay, with 4 conference games left, 3 of those being division games. Now we'll be scooting out of here. You know what I'm saying? On I think Thursday night or Friday night, if you will, going up to New York.
New York. Oh no, New Jersey.
Yeah.
No, we
And
got
and trust and believe, like a lot of the guys in the NFC looked at it, so they know that this run game is coming. This run game is coming. They know that they got to put their hard hat on and bring a good lunch. This run game is coming.
right that lunch pail with you.
You got a fresh, mind you, a fresh Cordell Patterson. A fresh Cordell Patterson coming down the stretch of the season. A fresh Cordell Patterson. It looks like Arthur Smith was kind of sort of the smartest man in the room after all.
You don't say.
With a fresh Cordell Patterson at his disposal, with a relatively fresh Tyler Algier. You know what I mean? Oh, and one more again, I'm gonna throw some flowers at Parker Hesse.
Oh yeah,
Our best blocking tight end. You know what I'm saying? Because he was laying the wood on some blocks. You know what I mean? That was breaking some runs. I'm just saying, glad to see him back. Glad to see him back. People, you got to understand. This is chess, not checkers. If you're playing checkers, you're looking for a skipper. You left with a lot of pins and pilots on your board. When you're playing chess, you being surgical with that thing.
I'm surgical with this shit, bitch. Drake.
I'm gonna step on into the part of the program where I have a gift to, it just, this STFU award this week. To those members of the fan base that masquerading as Falcon fans and got exposed as the enemy instead, and wanted the Saints to win to spite Arthur Smith. In some parts in history, in some parts of the world, you know what I'm saying, and even in these here United States, in our government, they call that high treason.
That's a hate crime where I'm from.
So you see the letters and you understand what they mean. So, you know what I'm saying, move accordingly with that. Move accordingly. You know what I'm saying, with that, understand what that means, because you're moronically inclined every time you open your mouth. If you are speaking that, trying to speak that into, you wanted our arch rival, our division rival, our longtime history rival to win? Because you got a problem with who our coach is? Okay.
How long they been our rival, Sam? Just give them,
4 decades. 4 decades.
4 decades.
4 decades. 1, 2, 3, 4 decades.
4.
4 decades.
Nah, I can't do that. I'm sorry.
Right.
I don't give a damn if they playing somebody else. I will not ever root for them stanky ass niggas. I will never.
Let me put where my defensive sign at. On my defense. Where's my defensive sign at?
Speaking of defense,
I just had it. I just had it. Oh
speaking of
man.
defense,
Yeah, that I was gonna try to segue to that. Um, yeah. He's I think isn't he tied for the league or conference league? He's in picks. I I'm not sure, but I think it is somewhere in there. But rightfully so, Jesse Bates with the 92-yard pick six. And I think didn't he cause that fumble by Taysom
he
Hill?
yes, he's the one
Uh,
that P. Tillman that ball.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So
He went in there with a
rightfully so.
cold foot and right hooked that thing.
hmm we forced we forced um the defense forced, what I'm saying, I think five punts, a forced fumble recovery, pick six, and a sack,
Anderson.
along with not giving up a touchdown.
No touchdowns.
Okay. Um, just saying, you know, if we're able to get this going forward, along with the damaging run game and three-headed monster as it is, we're going to have a lot more executive decisions being made by saying opposing defenses and opposing teams, if you will. We're going to get a lot more. You know what I'm saying? Um, you know, Same to you, Kristen. Thank you for joining, sweetie. Thank you for joining. Happy hump day, she says to all.
Happy hump day.
Yeah, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for joining. Get some of this dirty bird tea. You know. Um,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, we got 17 eyes in this thing. Everybody hit that like button, man. Hit that
Smash
like
that.
button. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like button. As a matter of fact, while you're at it, share us. Share us to the masses. You know, and if you haven't already, OGN TV people, subscribe to it. I'm saying, you show me some love, and I'm gonna show it right back. Trying to do what I do and give you this good content 4 times a week. you know, 4 times a week. You know what I'm saying? I'm on a mission for 200 subs, people. You know what I'm saying? I had 115 as of today. You know, 115. I'm trying to get to 200. You know what I'm saying? As fast as possible. You know what to do. You know how I do. You know, I'm just saying. But I appreciate the dialogue and engagement. When all y'all come in and sit with me and have these conversations and engage in these shows, and in live dialogue, in content and information. I genuinely appreciate it. Just want y'all to know that. You know. But this the maturation, if you will, of our coach and quarterback. It's probably not, moving expediently enough for the majority of, some of us, but be that as it may, it's still maturation. Like I said, the time he spent, those 2 weeks spent on the sidelines, seeing the game from a different perspective, you know what I'm saying, and coach not making any drastic moves, you know, and staying with the plan, you know, and staying with the mission as it is. You know, they're getting it together. They're starting to come in, you know, on in the same roads, on the same highways. You know what I'm saying, on the same plane. Um, Ritter made some nice throws. He made some nice decisions. He got legs, you know, as well. Maybe not 4-2 legs, but he got legs. He ran out of some sacks, you know what I mean? And he threw one beautiful pass, you know what I'm saying, with the pressure bearing down on him. Now, I'm gonna give Honey Mustard a little love here. 'Cause he did something that hadn't been done since 1979 by one Lynn Kane, you know, running for a touchdown and catching a touchdown in the game. That has not been done by any rookie running back since Lynn Kane, 1979. Yeah, history, ladies and gentlemen. You know, history. You know, and give some more flowers to the offensive line. You know what I'm saying? They were bullied. They when you have, and let's just face it, Cam Jordan in his career, he's been a pretty good defensive lineman. You know, when you do in a guy of his stature the way we did him on Sunday, I'm just saying our offensive line, they were mean people. They were mean people. They were mean people.
That day.
You know, ATL says it's funny these so-called Falcon fans want to say the division is trash, but Washington won their trash division in 2020 and made a playoff, and nobody said a thing. Right what you're saying. Right what you're saying.
Didn't they have a losing record?
Yeah, right what you're saying.
Come on, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, bro.
I remember when they was calling the NFC East the NFC least that year.
Yeah. Didn't they almost beat that Buccaneers team? I'm just,
yes.
I'm just throwing that out there. I'm just saying.
Yeah. You're exactly right on that. But I mean, you know, and now all of a sudden, you know, the division is trash now that we, you know, taking control of it, you know, and we're staring down the street at closing the door on this division.
You don't say. It's cool
because I'm gonna tell you, things are set up pretty nicely. It's, you know, coming into this week.
Right.
Because where do them Saints have to go this week? Coming up to Detroit.
No, Detroit got to go there.
Okay, it's vice versa. Okay, all right. Well, you know, even still, Detroit's been a good road team this year. They've been a good road team.
Yes, they have.
You know. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, in 2020 ATL, yeah, they were 7-9. Yeah. Yeah, the Washington was 7-9, won the division and went to the playoff.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Sam.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me That's worse than what Tampa Bay did last year in this same division.
You right, right,
Okay.
right.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
I see what's
we're
going on.
we're we're flying up the coast. Um, we're going to be looking at staring down the barrel at another stout defense.
Yes, that they are.
Okay, let's make no bones about it. The Jets have one of the better defenses in the league. They do. Most of their problems are on the opposite side of the ball. But even with that, I truly believe that if we're able to keep that said defense on the field for more than 17 to 20 minutes of the game, we should come away from there, you know what I'm saying, with the desired result that we want in the W. The weather is going to be a little stiff. It's going to be a little stiff, but I think, like I said before, run game will travel.
Run game.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, run game will travel.
Yep.
Southside, what Southside say? Whether people like it or not, everyone has to win a division in the NFL. No matter how bad you feel a division is, just deal with it. And you're dead right.
You damn right, Southside.
You're dead right. You're dead right with that. I mean, well, let's look at it like this, Southside. With them saying that they're running out of excuses. They're running out of excuses, you know what I'm saying, and just have to face the fact. Like I said a week or so ago, when I put this toxic fan base on blast, how you call yourself a Falcon fan when you clearly hate the Falcons? And they're getting exposed. They're getting exposed as such.
It's, on front center stage.
They're getting exposed as such.
On everybody.
Alberto, I hear people say that, but that's not necessarily true. They're not all fans of the logo. Not all of us are fans of the logo. I mean, this season has put that up under a microscope. Because if you're a fan, if you're an actual fan, a football fan and a fan of, the bird on the helmet, it shouldn't matter, the style that we play. It shouldn't matter who's under center. When we win games, why can't the win be celebrated? Why would you rather be a complainer or a hater instead of a celebrator? Why not? You know what I'm saying? And I said that as long as when the clock strike triple zeros and we got more points than the opposing team, what in the entire hell is the damn problem? What? I mean, we get the win. Well, it was New Orleans. They were trash anyway. And all that kind of stuff. It was what's on the schedule.
It don't matter.
Or they go to things of, well, why we didn't beat. Look, man, any given Sunday, Monday, or Thursday, anybody can be beat.
Anybody.
Anybody can be beat. You got to play the games that you have to play to get down to week 17, and if after week 17 your win loss record is better than the other 3 teams in your division, you win the division. You get a playoff spot. Isn't that the goal? Isn't that what this should be about? Isn't that what this should be about? I'm just saying. You know, we got a lot of folks out here worried about their fantasy league. A lot of people worried about, you know what I'm saying, the players that's on their fantasy team, instead of worrying about us winning the actual game in itself. You got people out here showing their true colors, and they say the very same thing. I'm a fan of the logo. I'm not a fan of the player. Lie. Because if you were a fan of the logo, whatever happens in fantasy would not fucking matter. It wouldn't matter at all. You know, our desired effect for this team, our desired want, you know what I'm saying, for this team, it should be to win games and get down after week 17 is over with, and we got a better record than anybody else in this damn division. And you got people out here wishing that we'd have lost to the Saints to spite Arthur Smith because you don't like Arthur Smith. Are you kidding me? Are you serious? It is crazy. It is deplorable. It's pathetic. It's sad. And those are about the only words that I can come up with that won't get us charged by the FCC. But you get my meaning.
Our fan base is disgusting.
You know, just saying, man. Because it's us and the media tends to glorify the NFC East, I don't care. We get into the playoffs, anything can happen. The Swampers know firsthand. 79 Seahawks defeated them. Yeah. Got Marshall Lynch. Yeah.
They got
Yep.
By a mediocre 79 Seahawks team.
Wait a minute. William, is that current news? Is that current news? Somebody check that. Riverboat Ron got fired.
Hold up, I'm about to check.
Because that's cool. Man. Your offensive coordinator in a game can't even design the play to get 1 yard, but the head coach get asked. Okay. Is that true too? The Jets they got Aaron Rodgers in practice.
He might be practicing, but he ain't finna play. We're not gonna do that. No. It's not official.
Okay. I mean, you know,
They just opened the practice window for Aaron Rodgers. The window,
right?
So That's not gonna happen.
Yeah. With this offense, I'm also going back to this. Um, it takes time to become a complete player in the NFL, ladies and gentlemen. Um, you know, from the staff's perspective, you and it got all these young kids, you know what I'm saying, on the offense. Then you're trying to, put them, coach them into position, develop them. Some positions take longer to develop than others. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see flashes, like we've seen flashes all season of Ritter being a viable quarterback. We've seen flashes. It's there. It's there. You know, um, we won a gritty game. You know what I'm saying? But like I constantly say all the time, when you're dragging the team 8 days a week, 25 hours a day, that ain't supporting the team. That's not supporting the team.
Uh-uh.
It's not. It's not. Okay. And this team is not built under the template of the greatest show on turf. It is not. This offense is dirty. This offense is gritty. This offense is run first, run heavy, run balanced. You know, and some people are just gonna have to get over it and understand. Old school is the only school.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? As much as y'all would like for a lot of things to change about this game, defense wins championships. Offense wins games.
Those tickets.
Run game defense will travel on the road. And these are lessons and these are plans that Arthur is trying to, gravitate and put together. Okay. And a lot of people are just gonna have to understand and just and know that them highlights, the Madden type fantasy football wannabe highlights that y'all want is not necessarily what we need. Okay? It's not. So, there are going to be times where Kyle Pitts only has 4 catches on 5 targets, maybe 6. There are going to be times where, Drake, gets, 3 catches on 5 targets. There are going to be times where, Bijan may not run the ball more than 10 times. Because, maybe Tyler is getting it done or CP is getting it done. And they're the hot hand out of the bag. There are going to be those times. Because, again, the way things are starting to turn out, like I was telling the guys, in the conversation, it's looking more and more like Arthur Smith might have been the smartest guy in the room after all. To get to this point in the season, and you got a healthy and fresh Cordell Patterson in your backfield. And for the most part, you have a fresh Tyler Allgeiers in your backfield down the stretch. We got 6 games to go, ladies and gentlemen. And we got a fresh Mack truck. We got a fresh bulldozer in that backfield. And some opposing defense is going to have to make some executive goddamn career decisions in these games going forward. You know, those said it wouldn't shock me if, yeah, I wouldn't be. It's not that I'm just shocked. I'm just looking at things going forward over there, and you know, when your offensive play caller over there is headed down the road where your quarterback is about to set a record for getting sacked. It don't matter how much some passing yard number that he's putting up. He's getting sacked at a higher rate and turning the ball over almost at the same rate. It's just something not right about that picture. But yet they're writing up the pink slip to get River Road Run out the door. But okay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because this is, I would, in some of these games, when I was looking at, what Arthur, he was, testing out some things, in the passing game, you know what I'm saying, and getting Bijan, saying desired touches, but also at the same time you're keeping your SUVs clean, healthy, and rested. You know what I'm saying? Because we're coming down the stretch right here.
Home stretch.
You know what I'm saying? We're coming down the stretch, and you got a fresh and clean Hummer in your garage. You know what I'm saying? With just as fresh, Suburban sitting next to it in your garage. And like I said, some of these defenses going to be having to make some executive decisions, like Cam did yesterday. Yeah, like Honey Badger had to do a couple of times. Yeah, okay. I'm just saying, y'all got to think about this. South but Sam, remember, this is a passing league. No one cares about Howell getting basically murdered every week. He's a top 5. He's top 5 in passing yards. That's all. Hey.
I said, you're messy, Southside.
Hey. You know what I'm gonna say to that Southside? I'm gonna tell a lot of them that think that way. See Andrew Luck.
Yeah, go holler at him. See
Andrew Luck.
Right.
Matter of fact, go look up David Carr. Derek's older brother. Okay. I'm just saying, I'm throwing out some examples, of murdered quarterbacks. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Andrew Luck decided, you know what? I'm going home. I want to be able to play in the backyard with my kids. I'll holler at y'all. And he took his $27 million and went home.
Got the hell on.
At the explicitly ripe age of what was he, 27?
27, 28, yeah, around there.
27, 28, and made the executive choice. Y'all not gonna protect me. I'm gonna choose me.
Right.
And if I'm Sam Howell, I'm really thinking about that because, another season of that. The boy, he's on pace to get sacked over 80 times. and then right now, the QB hits on him are double the registered sack numbers. That's not good. That's not good at all. Yeah. Oh yeah, and it is particular. What your boy Joe Burrow?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he might want to start thinking. He might want to start thinking about his future too if they don't fix that offensive line over there. And by the way, what's happening, Corey? Good to see you. Could join us? You know what I'm saying? We got a healthy QB1. All three running backs are healthy. Wide receiver 1 healthy, and no significant injuries on the O line. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And we're finna come down the stretch with this run game. We're finna come down the stretch with this run game. Yeah, the Bears beat the Vikings. You know what I'm saying? And with three more games, and the Falcons it clinch. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
When the rest of our division games, yeah, we got that wrapped up.
Ghost Pepper said, play good defense and run the ball. Recipe for success. It's what we're going to have to do to beat the Jets as well. And going forward is who we are. Just don't abandon what makes us successful. And, when you really take a good look at it, we really haven't been outside of it. It's just that, the things outside the run game, the execution wasn't necessarily what it needed to be. People started questioning the play calls itself instead of recognizing that the plays weren't being executed like they should have. But then, as you saw on Sunday, when the plays were executed, you know what I'm saying? And the run game made it do what it do. The desired effects were there. And I'm gonna say this: that 4th and 2, I had no problem with that call because I was actually thinking QB draw or QB sneak. You know what I'm saying? QB sweep myself. The blocking the blocking setup wasn't there, and the Saints defense made a good play on it. All right, boom. All right, we moved on.
Move on, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We moved on.
It would have worked.
Yeah,
it was there.
It was there. I mean, but it didn't happen. All right. Yeah. Okay. You know what I mean? And when you really look inside, and the same goes for the 2 picks. When you really look inside both those plays. You know what I'm saying? As much as y'all would like to jump up and down and all over, you know what I'm saying, DR9's head. Honey Mustard pulled up on that route, on that goal line interception. He pulled up on that route. And see, this is what I was talking about, you know what I'm saying, early in the year about our skill players not attacking the route and attacking the ball. That was a perfect example. It really on both of those. Now on that other one, I put that on both Jefferson and on Desmond Ridder. Desmond got to understand, you know what I'm saying, where the defense plays it, and Jefferson also has to understand, I have to. You got to. You got to look at the situation. You got to be ready, and you got to make a move. You know what I'm saying? You got to battle for the ball. But all of that'll get better with what I'm saying as time goes with chemistry and understanding. You know what I'm saying, the situation as it is. And that's it. I'm not even. You know what I'm saying, being upset about that. It happened, but you get in film study and you pick that apart and you understand what the situation is. Yeah, well, in dreaming, it would be, but Mr. Higgins is gonna want the bag.
Yeah, he gonna cost too much.
He's gonna want the bag.
It sounds nice.
Ghost. I get that. And I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not. I'm just saying I really had no problem with the call because that was my thinking as well as somebody in the box a little bit. They're expecting and then try to surprise them with something. I mean, but at the same time, yeah, you could it was damn you don't what I'm saying type of thing. Look again, it happened the way it happened. I'm not disagreeing with you. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I really didn't have no problem with the call. Right there, just really wasn't. But you know, it wasn't too much damage to it because the defense held us up.
Yep.
Believe it or not, I'm actually about to agree with somebody here, Mr. Amy. Yeah, not finishing routes, and Jefferson got to keep looking for the ball, which is exactly what I said.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Corey says, watch next season. It's going to be a lot of big names attached to the Falcons because of the call. The call again.
That's
Yeah. I mean, we really have. Okay, I'm just gonna say okay to that. I'm because I'm not over the top pissed at the calls that he's made in a lot of games this year that a lot of y'all seem to be upset about, and grunting and biting at the neck about. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? With the whole he overthinking. So I don't. I'm not. Because when you're calling plays, yeah, true. Sometimes you just got to be basic, and then sometimes you want to throw something out there that the defense is not expecting. I mean, so it's both sides of the spectrum right there. Yeah, it would be nice, but Higgins is gonna want the bag. He gonna want the bag. He's gonna want Keenan Allen, Cheetah, um see he gonna want what Jefferson is gonna get on his next contract. Just put it this way. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't finna be, doling out 16, 17, 18, 19 million dollars on the outside over there. We're not.
Yeah. I mean, he deserves every bit of it, but not here. That's not gonna happen. We done.
Oh, okay. Now I get what you're saying. Okay, I was just because I was looking at that word you were saying. I'm like cargo. Oh, you trying to say cap? Yeah. Okay. Now I get that. Yeah. Yeah. You're right. There are going to be a lot of names attached to us. You know what I'm saying, with the cap space being what it is. But Terry has already shown y'all how he's going to be doing with the money. He's going to get an abundance of what we need and not what y'all want fantasy wise. He's going he's you know we're gonna probably gonna attack the defense, to complete the defense, if you will. And we're gonna have some decisions to make on the defense side of the ball too. So, we're not gonna be going out here and doing what the Jags did and spend 300 mil. He's shown to be an efficient shopper and getting what we need. See, that's the biggest thing. That's what a lot of people is gonna have to understand. When we get to the off season, getting what we need. And right now that's filling out the trenches. Okay, that's filling out the trenches. You know what I'm saying? And making sure some of our aces are still here. What up, Raymond? What happening? Respect my opinion. Just want Arthur to be that shark in bloody water mindset and put these suckers to sleep when presented. Okay, yeah. I that with when we were able to run the ball the way we ran it yesterday, and we didn't take and take our shots, here and there, but for the most part, run the ball, eat clock, take possessions away from the opposing, offense, and shorten the game. When you're able to do that, all the style point stuff goes out the window. Ugly, gritty, nasty, and hard-nosed football like yesterday. Let's see, Corey. Okay. Yeah, Terry, that rich uncle that penny pinch your whole life just to buy you a car when you need it. Yup. Exactly. Pass rusher, yes. Linebacker, no. Because we get T1000 back next year. You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna put Caden back in his natural spot on the outside. We don't need nothing. We don't need nothing else in the linebacker department. We're good. Ghost Peppers apparently agrees with Corey. CP and Algier get going. They start, dog walking them boys out there. If it's 3rd and 1, why call 5 wide when we have a 3-headed monster who we didn't have no okay. I'm just gonna say okay. Because a lot of y'all get over the top, what I'm saying, when questioning, Arthur Smith's thought process. I just okay. Let me see. Y'all talking about matchups against the Giants. Garrett Wilson against AJ on our side, and then on theirs, Drake against Sauce Gardner. There are going to be some, matchups to look forward to in this game. You know, and I agree with that. Bergeron is a beast too. What you think, Ed?
Oh, look, that was my player of the game right there. He was out there handling his own. He's not looking like a no rookie. Like he out there looking like a 5-year vet, bro. He out there pancaking people, taking people lunch money. I mean, he was as vital as to that run game this past weekend. And everybody else, it's just as everybody else. He did his part. He made sure, you know, Spam Jordan wasn't gonna show up. You barely
Right.
heard Spam Jordan's name at all that whole game. Them Canadians are tough. I'll just say that.
Well, well. Yep.
We in the water.
The Jets secondary can be got to, um, because we run the ball the way we're capable of running the ball. They're gonna do exactly what the Saints did on Sunday, and they're gonna start walking up close to that line. Walking up, you know what I'm saying? But one thing I would say about Mr. Gardner, he takes chances.
A lot of chances.
He
Mm-hmm.
takes chances. Okay, he takes chances. And we could take advantage of some of them.
Yep. Incorporate some double moves.
Mm-hmm. Well, we've pretty much covered everything to be covered. Um, and we're getting down because I know Mr. Ant got some errands to run, and it's that time of the day. You know what I'm saying? Um, you know, it's y'all know what I do, how I do it when I do it. You know, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. You know what I'm saying? Yes, Mad Monday with the OG will be back in effect and on time. It's just I've had some work things that took me out of that. Um, you know, as usual, realistic OGs on Tuesday night at 7. You know what I'm saying? Here are the tea at 1 on Wednesdays. I'll be, putting the PSA out on High New Madness coming up. You got to put it put it out there. You know what I'm saying? And line it all up. We got some things going on, and outside of co-hosting with me, let the people know what you got going on.
Oh, y'all already know. On Friday, I will be here with Sam, of course. And then I will be on the end game with Juan, since I have no I'm not going to any games this Friday. So but and then you already know on Saturday, me and Coach got our show at 11, and then of course on Sunday
Y'all need to y'all need to shoot me a kite on Saturday mornings, man. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause sometimes I sleep a little late. You know, get me up. I need to get in there with Coach.
Hey, I got you. I got you.
You
Yeah,
know.
that's about it. Well, that's
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Grab the, just a couple of more comments before we get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? I try to, keep all my peoples, you know what I'm saying, with love.
yeah. They got one right there on the screen for you. No, let me see. What was it? What was it? This one right here.
Remember Ritter played with Sauce and yes, that is true. That is true. So he might know a few tendencies. This is true.
Yep.
This is true.
Yeah,
this is true. This is also very true.
These are facts.
You know, it is so very, 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 very true. Hey, that's what I said earlier, Ghost. You know what I'm saying? This with a healthy and fresh Cordell Patterson, with a very fresh for the most part Tyler Allgears coming down this here particular stretch. That I was saying that Arthur Smith is looking like the smartest man in the room right now. When you got both of those SUVs, fresh, full of gas, you know what I'm saying, a well tuned up engine, you know what I'm saying. You get the desired results that we got this past Sunday. You know, and going down the stretch, a lot of these opposing defenses coming up going to have to make some executive decisions. Just saying. You know. Yeah, December 2nd is gonna be, very, very lovely, ATL. Yes. Them dogs.
Go Dogs.
Southside, and you know what? I've caught that too. Ritter low key be still, throwing the shots. He don't call it Sauce there. He call it by a government name. Yeah. But hey, y'all. Yeah. Again, I appreciate all of y'all. You know what I'm saying, showing up. You know what I'm saying, when I hit the screen, I appreciate your dialogue. I appreciate your questions. I appreciate your engagement. I appreciate you showing me love, and I try to show it right back with this content and giving y'all good info. This has been your boy, OG Big Sam, the historian showstopper, with the resident O-lineman, Big Ant. You know what I'm saying? We'll get it, y'all. We have a couple of things, from the AFM family coming up tonight as well. Y'all tune in. And again, OGN TV, that's me. Pull up on it and hit subscribe. I'm trying to get to 200, y'all. And with that being said, like I always say, keep it real, keep it dirty, keep it ATL, and most notably, keep it real with yourself. Y'all be blessed, people.
Peace.